Good morning. Greetings from 2049. We are from the future. I'm David. This is Gemma. Hi. The future is bright. You won't be able to tell because Gemma's behind a cloud of smoke. This is our time machine for anyone who was wondering why. Good morning. We're visiting you today from the future, from the year 2049. And that's because as an industry, we are at a crossroads. Generative AI and AI in general is here. It is a part of society, it is a part of culture, and it is increasingly a growing part of our discipline and of our business. Like all new technologies, there is immense potential that could come from this technology in terms of how we work and what we deliver, but also it has its risks, and those risks could be potentially calamitous if we use it in the wrong ways. So it's important that we change the future for the better, the overarching theme of today, by making the right decisions now so that the future is a bright one. Please scan the QR code on the screen now. So as part of this morning's presentation, we're going to ask you 3 questions, and we're going to explain to you what the options are for these decisions that we need to make today, and how those options might influence the future. Now, if you're scanning the code now, you're going to be coming to a little Slido page where there's an option to start answering questions. Feel free to. I'm not going to look at the answers. That's not what today's for. That's just a feature of the thing. It's a multiple choice scenario, and you will see the questions as we ask them. So I'll give everyone a second to scan them. Okay, let's get stuck in.
So the first of questions that we need you to answer today is, which tasks are we going to automate? So there's been a lot of chatter in the industry about the impact of AI to our roles. We know that some tasks might be obliterated by AI, while some tasks might actually be generated by AI. But what we do know for sure is that AI is going to fundamentally change the workplace as we know it today. So today we're asking you to vote for which tasks we want to automate in media agencies. The first option is optimization. And by this, we mean taking existing tasks and doing them quicker, cheaper, and more accurately. So think of a very manual task. Think of something like reporting and campaign performance. So what AI will do is it will analyze the data in real time, it will predict the future results, and then it will manage the campaign levers for peak performance. So in an optimization future, your work streams are very, very, very smooth. Campaign performance is always optimal, human errors are eliminated, and costs are cut. The second of your 2 options is origination. Now, in origination, AI is not just a tool, it's more like a creative assistant. And this creative assistant is going to be able to analyze human behaviors and cultural insights to fuel really fresh and innovative ideas. It'll even write your Cannes or your MFA award entry for you. So if you pick origination in the future, your brands will always stay ahead of the curve by being able to jump onto trends before they even happen. So MFA EX, vote for which tasks we want to see automated in a media agency. Is it those optimization, reporting, manual tasks, or is it those origination, big idea thinking?
We'll give everyone a second to get the votes in. Okay, question 2. The next decision we need to make is how we will use AI for the creation of personalized advertising and in personalization. Consumers are increasingly expecting a personalized experience of brands. We log into Netflix and we expect it to tell us what to watch. We open Spotify and we expect it to tell us what to listen to. Is there a world in the future where we walk up to an ad and expect it to tell us what to buy? At the same time, there's a growing body of concern around how our personal data is being used by brands for the creation of these personalized ads. So the first scenario for the future of personalized advertising is in the space of predictive personalization. In this future, AI is drawing on thousands and thousands of data signals on each individual to create personalized ads for them to fulfill a need or fulfill a want from the category that they don't even realize that they have. So for example, AI might know that my anniversary is coming up. I don't even know that. And it might create an ad for me with a relevant product that my partner might like. It'll have my name in it so that it gets my attention. It'll even have a custom offer that might even incorporate how many points I've got on my credit card to entice me to get that at the right price. The next scenario for the future of personalization is around reactive personalization. So in this world, everyone gets the same ad at the start, but we have the option to pause and engage with ads and chat to the characters and chat to the cast in those ads and ask specific questions about the brand and how that relates to our lifestyle and how that relates to our needs from the category. So in this example, we've got an ad in out of home for a wine brand, and someone's walking up to it and asking it questions about what are the perfect wine pairings to go with my steak dinner tonight. So the next question that we're going to ask you today is, how will we use AI for personalization? Is it predictive personalization, creating ads in real time based on what we think consumers need before they realize they need it, or reactive personalization, giving everyone the same ad and allowing them to engage with it on their terms?
And the final question that we need you to answer today is, how are we going to regulate AI challenges? So it's really important to remember that as we continue to embed AI in our agencies, that with this great power comes great responsibility. So we really need to think about the amazing opportunities that AI offers, but also those challenges and risks and how we can mitigate them. So which future role do we want to see in media agencies? The first option is a technology governance role. So these roles will really safeguard AI models. They will work to fit with data compliance frameworks. They will regulate response processes and QA processes to really mitigate any misinformation. And they'll ensure that every time the AI is deployed in an agency, it's done so accurately and efficiently. So think of these roles really as the brains behind AI in an organization. The second role of the future is user ethics. And these roles will really work to ensure that we embed responsible usage principles in our agencies. So they'll work to mitigate data bias, they'll work to navigate copyright laws, and to manage privacy and consent concerns. They'll ensure that every decision we make has a human lens and that we don't just defer to machine learning. So think of these roles really as the heart of AI in our organization. So MFA EX, which future role do we want to see in media agencies? Is it the technology governance roles or the user ethics roles?
Well, this is a close one.
Oh.
Okay. You've heard the decisions, you've seen the options. Now it's time for us to jump back into our high-tech, futuristic time machine and travel back to the future, and then we're going to come back and give you a glimpse of what 2049 looks like based on the decisions you've made today. Oops, we're back. We brought some tinsel with us. Less smoke this time, this is good. So, let's find out what you voted for. On the question of how should we use AI for automation, we gave you an option to automate optimization tasks versus origination tasks. You voted overwhelmingly in favor of optimization tasks.
A surprising result.
Surprising result. On the question of personalization, we gave you a choice between predictive personalization, where the ads know what you want in real time before you even realize it, or reactive personalization, where you can walk up to an ad and ask it questions. You chose predictive personalization. And on the question of regulation, we gave you a choice between tech governance, ensuring the technology is working as well as it can be, or user ethics, ensuring that the people using the technology understand the parameters and understand the legal and ethical challenges. This was close, but you just voted for user ethics, which means we are going to future number 2.
Ooh. So you voted for optimization. Your workflows are now seamless. Manual tasks are gone, costs are cut, campaign performance is at an all-time peak. Efficiency is your new normal. However, there are some drawbacks to focusing on optimization. Because when machines really focus on driving short-term ROI, we really forget the long-term brand building principles. So in this future, we really struggle to have emotional connections with our consumers. And with all of our budget going into these really bottom-of-funnel performance metrics, our strategy sessions are a little dull, David.
No change from me. You chose predictive personalization. So in this world, ads know what we want before we even know what we want, that. What that means is that people have immensely personal relationships with brands. For advertisers, that means high customer lifetime value, low churn, and huge levels of customer loyalty. And consumers have a huge reliance on advertising to tell them what to buy. The flip side of that is that in this future, we don't have shared meaning of brands. Everyone has a different understanding of what a brand is and what a brand stands for. So it means that brands and advertisers are hugely reliant on advertising and on vast data and technology infrastructure that draws on huge amounts of personal data to extract revenue from their audiences.
And you chose user ethics. So our marketing outputs have never been more accessible and inclusive for all. And gone is the fear that your boss will surface that 2010 Facebook profile picture in a quick Google image search. Because machines don't make decisions about humans' lives, trained ethicists do. But the drawback to that is that adding ethicists to our agency has really labored our decision-making process. So whilst they do help us navigate sort of privacy and copyright concerns, it does mean that our audience targeting has become more challenging and our segmentation opportunities have become a little less fun.
So that's it. You've seen what the future looks like, and you've seen that the decisions that you make today will have a vast and varying impact on whether the industry changes for the better. And it's important that we do change the future for the better by making the right decisions today. In this scenario, we've given you 3 simple questions with a binary choice for each. But in real life, it's going to be much more complicated than that. And it's up to you, this group and this cohort in our industry, to ensure that we are making the right decisions and are navigating those challenges effectively. On the question of automation, it is about humans and machines working together, us doing what we do best and AI doing what it does best, rather than one replacing the other, or rather than us competing with AI on what marketing tasks we do. On the question of personalization, it's about designing experiences with consumer empathy. It's about giving consumers a relevant experience of the brand, but also being respectful of their privacy. So affording them the level of privacy that they expect or that they think they're getting with their personal data. And on the question of regulation, we need to proceed with cautious optimism. Yes, it's absolutely critical that the technology works, that it's drawing on high quality data and that the models are optimized to avoid hallucinations when we're looking for factual results. But at the same time, the people using this technology need to be mindful of the legal and ethical challenges and ensure that they're using it in a responsible way to get better outcomes for consumers and better outcomes for brands. Thank you very much.